Hello friends, let's start with a new topic, water softening. This is there in the module number 4, you can see here, and types of water softening methods like lime soda and zeolite process, right? So in this module number 4 we have completed this disinfection. This is completely over, and then we have completed fluoridation and defluoridation. So we'll start with water softening, and this RO and nanofiltration in the 4th unit, and ultra and microfiltration in the 3rd unit. All 4 together I will take in the next class, right? So now let's start with water softening methods. Now in the regular class we have I have already discussed about the hardness, what are the types of hardness, and just to remind again, we'll just see how do you define the hardness and why the hardness in the water is going to increase, right? Now hardness is caused by divalent metallic cations, right? Cations which are having 2 valency, like calcium we'll write +2, magnesium +2, right? So valency 2. So cations which are having 2 valency, that is what we call a divalent metallic cation. These are going to cause the hardness. The main or the principal hardness causing cations are calcium, magnesium, strontium, ferrous and manganese ions. Now out of all of these, the total hardness of water is defined as the sum of the calcium and magnesium concentrations, and both are expressed as calcium carbonate in mg per liter. So the 2 main cations that cause water hardness are calcium and magnesium. So you can see here calcium 2+, magnesium 2+. So that is why they are having 2 valency, therefore they are called as divalent cations, right? Calcium is dissolved in water as it passes over and through limestone deposits. Magnesium is dissolved as water passes over dolomite and other magnesium bearing formations. So hardness also is dependent on the geological formation in which the groundwater is located. So if the area in which the groundwater is located is having calcium rich rocks, magnesium rich rocks, then the water will be hard, right? And water hardness is a measure of the amount of calcium and magnesium salts in the water. So these are different ways of defining. And calcium and magnesium enter the water mainly through the weathering of the rocks. Then water hardness is usually expressed in terms of mg per liter of dissolved calcium and magnesium carbonate. So we generally write the value of the hardness, that is whatever 200, 400, 600, whatever, mg per liter as CaCO3, as calcium carbonate, mainly because the calcium carbonate is the more is the main mineral which is going to cause hardness in the water. Now what are the sources of hardness in the water? So water is a good solvent and picks up impurities very easily, because that is the reason why we call water as a universal solvent. As the water moves through the rocks and the soil, it dissolves small amount of minerals and it holds them in solution. Dissolved calcium and magnesium are the 2 most common minerals that make the water hard, and the degree of hardness becomes greater as the calcium and magnesium content increases, right? So it is very common to find different bore wells having water having different values of hardness, right? So if the area has got a lot of these calcium and magnesium deposits, you may have hardness very high, more than 500, more than 600, more than 1000 mg per liter also you may find in bore wells. Now hard water is a nuisance mainly because of the mineral buildup on plumbing fixtures and heating systems like boilers. Now this is one figure which shows the deposits inside a pipe. Similar type of deposits you may find in boilers also, that is a heating system. And another very common observation is the hard water prevents formation of foam or lather when mixed with soap. So this everyone must have observed. Whenever you wash your hands using hard water, it doesn't give foam when mixed with soap. So that prevents the formation of foam or lather. Now what is the effect on the health, right? There are several epidemiological investigations, and they have demonstrated the relation between risk of cardiovascular diseases, growth retardation, reproductive failure and other health problems with hardness of drinking water and its calcium and magnesium content. So they have found some relation between these kind of diseases and the hardness of the water. So these epidemiological studies have revealed that people who are consuming hard water for a long time, they may experience these kind of diseases also. Now, as you all know, there are two types of hardness, temporary and permanent hardness. So this in detail I have explained in the regular class, but just again few points just to remind. As you know, temporary hardness, also called as carbonate hardness, caused by carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. And permanent hardness, also referred as non-carbonate hardness, is caused by sulfates, chlorides and nitrates of calcium and magnesium. Right? So that is permanent hardness. Right? Temporary hardness can be easily removed by boiling, therefore the name temporary. Permanent hardness requires some special methods for the removal of hardness, therefore the name permanent hardness. Now there are some types of problems which they can ask in the exam. This I have not told in the class. So this is one problem we can expect. Calculate the hardness for the water sample with the following analysis. Right? So the value of 5 ions are given. Some are monovalent ions, some are divalent. So there is only 1 plus here, there is 2 plus here, there is 1 minus here. Right? So Na plus 1, 30 mg per liter, Mg plus 2, 15 mg per liter, Cl minus 1, 54 mg per liter, Ca plus 2, 20 mg per liter, Sn plus 2, 4 mg per liter. Now one thing you have to remember, which I have already mentioned earlier also, only divalent cations are going to cause hardness. Now out of these 5, we have only 3 divalent cations, so we have to consider only these 3. That which is having 2 valency. So Ca plus 2, Mg plus 2, Sn plus 2. So the other 2 are you are not going to use, only these 3. Right? So only divalent cations are used for calculating the hardness because they are going to cause the hardness. Now there is a formula here which you have to remember. Hardness Mg per liter as CaCO3, M plus 2 Mg per liter into 50, equivalent weight of the M. What is M? M represents any divalent metallic ion. So we have 3 divalent metallic ions here. You make a 3 column here. You write the cation values, cation names, that is Ca, Mg and Sn. You write the equivalent weight of that. You have to remember this. Calcium has got an equivalent of 20. Mg has got an equivalent weight of 12.2. Sn has got an equivalent weight of 50. Then you write this formula here. M value, that is how many Mg per liter of that divalent cation is present. So in the problem they are given calcium 20. So you write the 20 value here. 50 as it is. And equivalent weight of this M is 20. So 20 to 50 divided by 20, you will get this. So now the equivalent weight of Mg is 12.2 and the concentration of Mg given here is 15. So 15 into 50 divided by 12.2. So this formula you are using in all the 3. So you will get these 3 values, add all of these 3, that will give you the total hardness 115.5 Mg per liter. So this is how you are going to calculate the total hardness. So this is many times asked in the exam, and even in GATE exam also this problem is asked. Right. So now what is water softening? So whenever the water is very hard, you have to reduce the hardness by using methods. So water softening is the removal of calcium and magnesium and certain other cations from the hard water, and the resulting soft water will require less soap for cleaning, and soap is not wasted because of the bonding with the calcium ions. Soft water also extends the lifetime of the plumbing, right, because there will not be any deposits, and also it reduces the buildup of scale in boilers, right. And water softening is usually achieved by using lime softening method or ion exchange, and then nowadays you are using nanofiltration, reverse osmosis, like that. So we will just see what are the different methods and how we are going to do it.